catching your dreams like I'm catching your eye. Hi guys, it's Jill, and today I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks on how to work with a green off-the-track thoroughbred. Hola! I'm in no way a trainer or anything like that. This is just what I've been taught and what I know, so please enjoy the video. I'm filming. Personally, I think it's a good idea, no matter what horse or what type of horse you're riding, to pull their legs out from under the girth to prevent any pinching so that girth sores are avoidable, and if anything happens, then you know it's your girth. Another good practice is if the horse is already standing still, bring the mounting block to him. You want to teach him to be still while you're mounting, and having him move around to get adjusted to the mounting block seems a little counterintuitive to me. So I put my foot in the stirrup and make sure he's not going to walk off, and you see he does. I tell him to whoa, and I get off. And usually I go halfway up and then get on, and then I'll dismount, get back on, but he knows the drill, and he was a good boy for this. And just be sure that the first step they take away from the mounting block is your idea. So the first things you ought to do when working with your off-the-track thoroughbred is to let him have a loose contact, which is going to seem a little dangerous, but if you can, try and keep a very loose rein, melt into the saddle, and relax your leg. Keep your leg on, but relaxed, and don't make a big deal about it. And then you'll see here, I asked for a casual trot transition, and I've still got him on a long rein. Granted, I've been working with this horse for quite some time now, and I know him pretty well, and I trust him to be chill on a loose rein, but he's still very green. All of the horses that I've been working with lately, I've noticed that it's impossible to trot a young horse on a loose rein. Practicing self-carriage is a very, very good thing to learn early on. You'll quickly find out that your greenie has no concept of rhythm whatsoever, like yours truly when trying to dance. So you will have to develop a dictation of your posting diagonal, which simply means you'll have to learn how to ride off your body. And you cannot be dependent on their mouths, as pulling means go faster. If your horse trips or goes off balance a little bit, be sure not to worry too much about it, and just try not to react. Just kind of ride it out in the moment. And then just take detours. Like here, I hadn't planned to go over that pole, and then I just decided to because I was feeling it. Just make everything so casual and just a part of the movement, just like you're flowing down a stream. You'll notice that Finn's head is a little up and down as he's inconsistent with the contact and using his back, which is okay. I widen my hands and kind of form a triangle and allow him to go into that contact. And then with my inside leg, I push him over into my outside rein contact and open my inside rein to get the inside flexion. Learning how to help the horse stand up and really use himself is something that comes with time and feel. Especially through corners and changing direction, you'll need a lot of half halts and a lot of inside leg. You'll notice he gets a little excited after this pull, and I just didn't react, and he was fine. Another helpful tip is to just change direction, change the exercise, just to keep things fresh and keep the horse's attention on what you're asking and not its surroundings. It'll get bored just going in circles over and over again. What Finn does over the cavaletti is something typical to expect of a young horse over like a risen pole or something, and I just opted out of finishing the rest of the little exercise there, and that's okay. You quickly learn that there's no such thing as a lesson plan. You can have an idea, a goal in mind for that day, but it can change in a heartbeat, and you have to be prepared not to be disappointed. The second time over the pole than the cavaletti, he's much more calm, he doesn't canter away, but even when he did, I kept things relaxed and just let him canter out a few strides and then slowly brought him back. And absolutely don't forget about walk breaks. This is so much for your little walnut brain baby to handle. You need to take breaks and let them think and let them take a brain break. Here I decided I wanted to see how Finn would go at the canter on a long rein, so I just asked. And then eventually he started speeding up, probably because I was bracing somewhere. But anyway, I shortened the rein and just held a little stiffer contact, and he came right back. As you can see, he's got a massive stride, and it's very difficult for me to ride because I'm so not used to that. He's a phenomenal ride, though. When somebody actually has time to put in the time on him, he's gonna be a fantastic prospect. And then I simply just half-halted, and he came right down to the trot. And then I always try not to do the canter transitions too close together, but I asked him, and he picked up the wrong lead, which is okay. And then I got him to change over in the corner, and unfortunately I didn't get it. And then, since he did a flying change, he got a little frazzled, which was my bad. I should have known better. And then I just half-halted, and he came back after a few strides. It's just, you can't be in a rush with these guys, you know? And just patience, 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 patience. And you better not have anything else to do for the rest of the day, because they will ruin your plans. And then by the end of the ride, we had successfully done the entire exercise without any frazzlement or defragmentation of his little brain, and I was very, very proud of him, because I had only done this exercise the day before, and it was absolutely out of the question that day. So I just changed my plan, and then we went back at it today, and he was totally open to it. And you'll notice that he totally has a baby moment over the second cavaletti, and he tripped, but I was a proud mama because he chose not to freak out and handled himself very well. I read a lot of articles that always tell you to be sure and start with halting, but for some reason that doesn't work in my brain, but I really should do it more, and you should do it too. But I was absolutely thrilled that he halted, and he got lots of pats. He was being very, very good today. I was very, very proud of him. And between you and me, I think he was quite proud of himself as well. He's normally not a cuddle bug, but today he was being super sweet. He just knew he had done a good job. Hey, you know what would be funny if we did this backwards and up and up and up? A short little review. As you may have noticed, I like to ride on a super light rein and let the horse carry themselves and correct them by sitting up and gathering them with my leg and holding my upper body still and just using nice big open reins and then a little inside leg. It doesn't have to be like a lot. It's just a slight pressure, just putting on an opening and holding my outside leg still so he doesn't drift. Hope you guys enjoy the tips. Never get frustrated or frazzled when they start going faster, lose their balance, because I mean when they speed up it's because they've lost their balance, and usually, unless they spooked or something. But and the terrain in this arena is a little wumpy-dumpy, and I'm very proud of him for not losing his cool and just being a good guy. Finn is for sale. He's a very good horse. He shows a lot of potential, and he just needs somebody to love on him and make him lovable. He is about 17 hands. I'm 5'8", if this is any like help at all. He's about 17 hands. He went to one starter event show, so he's been off the track for a while, but he's kind of been out of work. His rider moved away, and the owner doesn't have time to ride him. So yeah, he just needs an experienced rider who maybe wants their first off the track and has a good trainer, or someone who's experienced with off the tracks and is looking for, I think he'd be great for dressage, hunters, jumpers, maybe even eventing. So I mean, he's a good boy, and he deserves a chance. The asking price is $3,500, and I will put the all the contact information in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment something that you want to say, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can get notifications every time I make a new video. Thanks so much for watching.